industry is currently $1.2 billion. You see it with apps like Headspace, like Calm. Brene Brown has built an empire out of vulnerability. Terms like chronic overwhelm, workload anxiety. But it's not about the terms, it's not about the label, it's about this feeling that 40 million people get in their chest when they look at something that is so big they can't get their head around, they can't finish, they can't even start. 40 million people living their life thinking they're not good enough to get it done when maybe they just need a little bit of help. This is Kintsugi. We think of ourselves as a guidance engine, a series of curated questions that walk a user through their particular situation, and giving them at the end, giving them a guide, a series of doable, well-defined, actionable steps so they can get to done. By working with subject matter experts and mental health professionals, we'll create a series of these guided process flows so that our users, whatever they may be doing, will feel grounded, in control, and safe. Our product is that resulting state of mind. And that's something users will pay for. We see it with Headspace. With 15 million downloads, 6 million regular users, 200,000 premium users at $13 a month. Calm.com, the competitor for Headspace, has 8 million downloads, also at $13 a month. They made $20 million last year. Blinkist is a service that distills nonfiction books into 15-minute chunks for people who are too overwhelmed, or too busy, or simply have forgotten to make space for reading in their life. That has 3 million users and has raised $16 million over the past 4 years. The model that we have at inkintsugi.com is to charge $5 a month for premium access. We make the standard guides available for free, but for $5 a month, they'll get access to sponsored guides, industry-specific guides, and multi-part guides, so they can take the serenity and clarity from Kintsugi and apply it to more aspects of their life. It's 1 out of every 10 people who found those 3 services useful, often also found ours useful. And assuming a conversion rate similar to that at Headspace, that would give us over $300,000 in revenue a month, $4 million a year from that revenue stream alone. The world is asking for a product like this, and we have the team to build it. We have the technical expertise, the business acumen, and the radical empathy required to connect with our core audience. Because what you think of as the conventional solutions to this are trying to solve a different problem. I'm not going to lie to you. Last night when I went home, I went to my computer and I Googled, how do you give a startup pitch? Because, and in case you didn't know, there's a lot of opinions on this question. And so I decided I'll write it out, but there's nothing scarier than a blank page. And then I realized I didn't need to figure out some sort of new structure. I didn't need to find some tool for a person like me to do a thing like this, because what I realized is that we've already built it. There's an image up there. Something really awesome and dramatic was supposed to happen at that meeting. So, if you would be duly impressed and potentially think of us as somebody you'd like to invest in, that'd be really nice. Just to sum up what was going to happen is that we have a Twitter feed based on a hashtag I'm in Kintsugi, which was live, and it would have come up with a picture of all of you in our Twitter feed, but it's not.
All right, 3 minutes.
So if you can help me clarify the target audience, because you started with your story of discovering that you're on the spectrum. Is this specifically for people on the spectrum?
I wouldn't limit it in that way. I think that people who are on the spectrum and who have anxiety issues often already have access to tools that will help. If you know that you've been diagnosed, you make those mental structures. 9 out of 10 people with mental illness never get diagnosed, never get treatment. There are people who just think they don't know how to do things. Really, they just need to be guided a little bit.
So I use Headspace, just trying to get 10 minutes of mindfulness training a day or whatever, and find it helps a lot. So for Kintsugi, are there certain workflows that you'd be targeting first, or how would you, because there's a lot of different ways you could take it, so just curious, where would you focus first?
First, we would focus on everyday things that are simple, that should be simple but are often hard. For example, packing, moving, getting ready to say give a presentation in front of a lot of people, going out. There's a wide range of activities which are harder than one would expect when you don't know how to start.
Okay. Thank you.
The site looks beautiful. Have you built out, and there were several examples out there, do you have these kind of the premium version, like these ready to go?
We do. We have several of them built out. You can see it behind that blue screen right there. We do. We built out several of these workflows so that, yes, know about how to host a dinner party and how to move, how to camp. Those are all built out and live.
Yeah, we have a full database ready to go to insert more, so it's other.
The website
as well.
We're running out of question time. Do you have any other questions that we can do in our limited?
So your plan for getting users, do you have a strategy for marketing it?
Yes, absolutely. We can develop very strong relationships with influencers across the social media networks because what we've seen is that wellness is a commodity. You see that with Brene Brown. You see it all over YouTube. You would be established as an authority in that particular subject matter when you come on in Kintsugi. And we see that helping people is really a growth industry. That's something that has become an entire area about how to help people become better versions of themselves, and we would fit into that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ready? All right, go ahead.
I have to open it, otherwise you can't hear me. Good day, everyone. My name is Tron. I'm the spokes guy for the team Crème de la Cloud. Today, I want to ask you, what problem are we trying to solve? Well, the problem is, I can't find good ice cream when I want it. When I take my kids to the park, or I'm sitting at the beach, all I want is good ice cream. And normally all I can come up with something like this. And we've decided, enough. We're going to change this. We're going to make it better. And so what we give to you is premium ice cream made on demand using the magic of liquid nitrogen. Imagine walking up to our beautiful machine, which you can observe over there, but we can't move it because it's fragile. And with a push of a few buttons, you can select what you want as far as ice cream flavor, ice cream toppings, and right in front of your eyes, in a cloud of magic and science, ice cream is made. So what's the magic ingredient that we're talking about? Well, it's liquid nitrogen, and we're using it for two reasons. Number one, have you ever poured nitrogen into something? It creates this cloud. That is the magic. That's the visual experience. And because liquid nitrogen freezes things extremely fast, it creates buttery smooth ice cream because the crystals inside them are super small. They've never had a chance to become bigger and icy and hard. So it leaves you not only a visual experience, but also a taste experience. Something that you will never forget. So we went out and we said, all right, are people willing to pay for this convenience? Are people willing to pay for this novelty? But are they also willing to pay for this on-demand thing that is right there? And the overwhelming responses we got was, yes, people are. Because our markets are changing, our shoppers are changing. People don't want just a thing or a food product. They want an experience. They want to know, this was fun. Why was I here? Why am I coming back? And as it happens, our market is pretty hot too. Ice cream has been increasing for years, the sales in ice cream, and it's projected to keep increasing for years to come. But the magic here is that secret little bit where the best increase is in non-traditional food items. That's where people spend their money, now and going forward. So we looked at prices and cost. Today, on average, people pay about $4 for a scoop of ice cream. I had a prop. It's over there. Just so you guys know what size we're talking about. Something about this size, $4. Our cost is about $1.30 for a scoop of ice cream like this, and we plan to sell it for about $5, which leaves us about 70–74% in margins. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to bring the food industry and the technology industry together. But not only that, we are trying to provide people with the experience they crave. So that's us, Crème de la Cloud. And I would love to show to you how it's made. You guys can pay a little bit of attention back there. Over this weekend, not only did we come up with, you know, all these crazy things, but we actually built a functioning prototype.
Our website is up there.
Oh,
If
yeah.
we go in,
So we have a website. Everything is controlled through apps. We have vision of trying to make it remote control. If I select, I want a vanilla ice cream with toppings, and I want to check it out, I place my order, and it's creating it in front of your eyes. Now come on, we all have a kid in us. Ain't that great?
oh, it should stop about now.